more manifested, except she's invisible. And then towards the end of the week, you're actually seeing her fully corporeal.
Okay.
Let me go. Powers. Ew. I know it's here. I have so many uploaded models, but yes. So right now, I would say she's fully conscious.
3. So this is like
and moving about, but definitely
2. Okay, so this
she's
is third
sore.
week. Okay. So you have no clue what happened the first week. We will talk out of character about what we would have done. Primarily would have been testing. What kind of ectoplasm are you? Various tests to try to identify the apparition that you are. Second week is more you are being monitored. That is what you've been told. Your people obviously have already been informed and would be informed of the fact that you are being monitored. That is the only information they have been told. They will say that they will give an update as to when you are fully conscious, but that is it. They will not explain anything else. And then this week is your true physical apparition form. You would have been continued to be monitored until, canonically, Thursday the 6th. On the day of the 6th, you would have been transferred to this. You see this room as it is now. You know that that screen in front of you showing the rain and the beach is not real. This is an LED projection of an environment. Everything else in this room is real. What you see is what you see. You would have been told that we are still doing some testing at this time to monitor your condition. However, you have become stable enough to where you are allowed to be in here. That is all you have been told.
Damn. Okay. Whew. That's some spooky shit. Imagine it waking up. Yeah.
You may, at Cards Up will be in probably a few minutes. Set up as you have. You have been in here for about 2 days. Now, I do have a question about your abilities. Your intangibility as
What's going on? Why is it ringing twice? What do you mean?
How long, what is able to stop it, as it were?
Anything, I want to say, do you, I guess, that's a good question. I would say anything that classically is ghost deterrent. She does work with holy items, but I guess if you were to,
no, we don't need to.
She can be exercised. So she could be pushed out. So I would say, number one, if there's like no electricity in here, she can't pull any flickering lights.
There is no the only electricity you could pull from is this, but you would find that there is some reason you can't.
Oh, I know. Okay, what's going to keep her from changing how tangible and non-tangible she is if you somehow forcibly, because she can possess things, but also other magic users and such. I'm pretty sure she can anyone with the correct magical expertise can force her into something and sort of like manipulate her. So if it's like
no magical
like a
expertise.
necromancer
So we're not doing any of that. As far as she's aware, there's no electricity in this area.
Like
even
I'm thinking,
the LED screens.
Ghostbusters, where they have the thing that they
proton
Power's been cut type shit, yeah.
Same logic as that. So if you have something you can throw her in, or something physical that you can attach her to, she can't.
So as far as she has been able to be aware of, There is no real electricity around the area. Even the LED screens here seems to be more of a projection of something else.
Okay.
You will notice there is no magic in this area.
Yep, then she can't.
There is.
Yeah.
That it's really just ambient magic. There's nothing as far as she's aware.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, she also finds that the walls are extremely thick.
Yep, she can't get through them.
Okay, then. We will be cards up at 9:24. Set up as you need to.
Awesome.
So, I'm going to give her a few minutes to kind of...
I will say there's a limit to what she can phase through, so... For thick walls such as this, she can phase through thin stuff, but for thick stuff, she can't do it. It'll bounce her back
walls
out.
are just the walls are just too thick. She can't phase through them. I'll give her a few minutes. I'm going to be DMing the room in general, and then I'll DM the knock at the door, and then we'll come in, and then we'll just do a quick battery of tests.
I'll let you do the testing. I'll be there to kind of watch, and then when you leave, I'll ask questions.
Absolutely. You kind of know what questions you want to ask, I'm assuming?
Dude, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm better at improvising. I'm just gonna make this shit up as we go.
Absolutely. I think it's good if we improvise these questions and make her feel like,
I'm gonna try to do some manipulation tactics. I'm gonna see if I can tell her things to see what her memory's like, and if she looks like that she's having faltering memories, I'm gonna start lying to her and see how she takes it.
Oh, absolutely. Go for it.
I'll see what she's capable of doing. We'll figure this out. It'll be fun.
This is we're kind of testing where she's at this point.
Yes. Yep.
And then when we eventually drop them off, it's gonna be You don't say any of this to anybody, by the way.
If you do, well, no.
You will know. I already made that threat at the direct.
Oh, of course.
They think it's because I'm protecting OSI, and I'm like, no, it's not because of that. I don't care.
We're saving face.
We're saving face, and we're making sure that people are aware that, no, we did not get saved by a poltergeist.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be mean. Can I be mean?
Do what you want.
Alright.
I'm gonna get her set up and...
If you want, I believe... I lied, never mind. I thought there was a toggle for colliders.
There is no toggle for colliders, unfortunately.
Tragic. Okay.
Give us a thumbs up when you are ready, Constance.
I have a screen up that shouldn't be up.
I'm gonna just give her a lot of unsettling vibes for this first few minutes.
Do it. Do you want me to follow in with you, or do you want me to wait to tag along?
You will probably follow in directly behind me.
Understood.
When I do eventually come in with the docile person.
3, 2, 1. Card set.
Constance, you have been in this room for some time now. Even now, the form flickers and it just feels claustrophobic. You know the screen before you is a simple projection of whatever exists. At least what they want to think exists. But you know this room has been used many times. You have been given what seems to be free reign. You've been allowed to walk around the room, but you have never been allowed to leave. No warnings, no sirens, just simple instructions. And 3 words that you find odd. Compliance is mandatory. pressing against the. It looks to be window. You can tell it's just a wall, just a projection. The leaves, oddly, are the only real living thing in this room. They're just dead. Brush up against them, and everyone sees that they're falling.
Can't you even give me a real plant?
I'd be mad at that too, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm losing my
Constance, the clock has not moved a minute. It has remained at that time for the entire time you've been in. However, as you approach the wall, you finally notice something that you've been overlooking all this time. Seems to be patterns, lots of time. I want you to get ready in your boy. Be in the voice mod and say, VCP, we're about to come in.
Yep, I'm already ready to go.
I want to kind of react to it a little bit. In 3, 2, 1.
Ground Lodge, be advised, this is Operative Jackal moving into the facility location on cell 0.98-28. VCP is preparing to enter.
Thank God, somebody. Can he even get his working clock?
Go in 3, 2, 1.
Living plan, a working clock at least would be nice. Look, I just help you out. I'm not a criminal.
Oh, this is, hi, sorry. We're just doing some more tests before we, do a little thing real quick. Sorry about the accommodation.
Who's calling on subject PTG?
Don't worry about him. He's gonna probably be asking you some questions. Make sure your, mental state is okay at this time, considering the events that were happened recently. I'm gonna be doing some quick scans, just kind of making sure you're okay.
Got nothing to hide. Want me to turn around too? Would that help?
Okay, that should be all. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your cooperation, and we do appreciate it.
Keep Salvo team on standby. Tell them comms open and clear.
So you're gonna ask me some questions, and then I finally get to go back to headquarters.
We never said we could let you go back. I remember that being stipulated anywhere. You were unconscious, or as unconscious as one of you can be. So, Constance, is that your name before you died, or is that the one you're sticking with because you can't remember it?
That is my name before I died, and now. I'm not sure what the OSIC has me on paper. It should be at least what's on my agent file, but yeah, that's my real name. I still use the same one.
Okay. How old are you, Constance?
Are we talking in ghost years, or are we talking in human years when I was still alive? Because that answer changes.
How many days have you been conscious and active?
Well, at this rate, I believe I should be, were I alive, beautiful age of 38.
And from that point until here?
What was that?
From that point until now?
Well, when I died, I missed a year, so I guess maybe if you want to be generous, we can pull it back to 27. My files should say I died when I was 26.
much do you know of Estratech?
Mainly what operations tells me. When you do my job, you ingest a lot of information, various different things. I do know you guys help out people, mainly humans, and you deal with very similar issues to the OSIC. However, on a more, I guess, specific scale. We're specialists, don't get me wrong, but we don't cover everything.
See, the difference between us and the OSIC is that we don't trust our enemies to become our allies. Not always, anyway.
So I take it then, what's in question is not my actions or how I did on my assignment per se, but simply by the fact that I am no longer alive. Because I can assure you, while I was alive, I was entirely human. And I would still like to say I am.
Professionally speaking here, we don't know you. We don't know what you were like. We don't know what you do now. We don't know where you come from. We barely know your organization other than what the files and what your company has been willing to register towards us. We hardly recognize you as an organization. For now. That may change in the coming days, considering everything that's been happening right now. But ever since you went unconscious, things have happened. Lots of things. For example, did you know, right now, as of this time, a war has broken out in Zafira?
No. No, I did not.
Thousands upon thousands, some of them even combined together reaching millions of deaths so far. And that number is still climbing, right to this moment.
Shit.
Now, I'm not gonna go out on a limb here and say some stupid bullshit like, it's all your fault, you should have been there. I'm not that ridiculous. What I can say is that despite everything that you are currently and where you come from, you did manage to do one good thing. You see, there's a man whose life that you saved that we are grateful for, according to the company and the records and the profit margins. His call sign was Fracture. He was a Class 3 VCP agent, notarized as a wall hammer, heavy armor, large shotgun, shield. I'm sure you were familiar with him. After you possessed his body,
Yeah, I remember. I remember him. I possessed him, and after that were darkness, then flickers of things, but I do remember keeping his heart pumping. Don't ask me how I did it, because I don't even know.
So you don't remember how or what you did in order to bring him back from the brink of death. You understand that that's difficult.
Hard to believe.
It's not even the brink of death. He did die. She restarted his heart.
What happened was I saw him dying, and in the forefront of my mind, as an OSIC officer, my main concern is making sure people get out alive. I saw him dying. I thought to keep him alive, and it's... Well, when I possess people, it's...
I'm gonna stop you there.
How do I explain it? It's like flexing a muscle.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I'm gonna stop you right there. He wasn't just dying. I mean, sure, he was on the brink of death. He was somewhat close to that. No. He died. He was dead. Completely. And now he's not. And now you're telling me that you don't fully remember that it's some sort of, how do you say, flexing a muscle. You did it subconsciously. What else did you do to him in his own body? Did you pull memories? Did you screw something up in his spine? Did you fuck with his heart? Did you make him forget things?
They used the defibrillator, so when I saw him dying, I thought his heart is struggling to pump, or it needs to get pumping. So when I possessed him, I flexed my muscles, and I tried to remember when I was alive, my own heart pumping. And I focused on that while I was possessing him. And I tried to focus and remember at least the best I could what it felt like. But I have some medical knowledge as well, so I thought of, he's a human. His immune system, his heart, his muscles, contracting. When I possess someone, I share the same space as them. Depending on person and how it's done, technically I can force people to do things, but I do not enjoy taking away autonomy. Nor can I do that often. It's hard. It's not something I enjoy nor I want to do.
Is that what you told him when you tore the inside of his body, muscles, joints, and bones? We got the autopsy back when we brought him back. Thanks to you, of course, you know. His ligaments were all shrunk up. His muscles were torn in half from his upper half. His shoulders were... I can't even begin to describe how bad it was, but it was not pretty. You mangled the inside of his body. Why?
It wasn't on purpose. He was fighting for his life, and I was on the verge of death as well. The only thing I could do at that time to not only make sure he got out, but could win the fight, because I couldn't. I switched to support, and again, I asked to possess him, and I did it. He allowed me.
So you manipulated him into believing that you could help him, and then you tore his body inside out. Got it. Okay. I understand.
No, I activated his adrenaline. All humans, when they're alive, they have adrenaline. It pushes their body beyond its limits. If he was going to survive those vampires, he needed to push beyond the limits, or he was going to get eviscerated right there. So choosing between him getting eviscerated on the spot or pushing him past his limits so maybe he could survive, I took plan B.
Why do you care about his survival?
So why did you care about his survival? He's not a part of your company. He's not even the same species as you right now. In fact, he does more work putting things like you locked away or dispelled entirely. So, what part of your mind thought that saving his life was well within your reach and even your duty in the first place? What gave you that right, that audacity?
Look, I may not be alive, but I was human once. And when I was alive, I was taught that you don't need to know someone, you don't need to even like them, just to help someone out. This city is suffering every day, no matter who. We're all suffering. Why? That's why I joined the OSIC. I want to help people. It doesn't matter if they're living, it doesn't matter if they're dead, it doesn't matter what the heck they are. But with all this suffering that's going on everywhere, why would I just let him die? He was there helping me on that mission. I wasn't going to allow him to die. I not only had an objective, but it was against my moral conscience. And believe it or not, life is a gift. I wish I was alive. And it was taken from me, and to take that from someone else would be I wish I was alive. I wish that I would be in my living body with a pulse, being able to eat food, being able to go on dates and have a family, and I wouldn't want to take that from anyone, even if they did hate me. I can't do that to someone else. I can't make them live like this, and I do not desire to give anyone an early death.
Interesting.
This drives me mad about this city. Why is everyone so obsessed with killing each other? Who am I kidding? Sorry. I shouldn't have lashed out. That was unprofessional.
Prone to anger. Easily temperamental. And
It's almost like if you keep someone in a box for this long, they're going to be prone to anger. But I didn't want him to die. I don't have to know him to want that. I don't want anyone to die.
you didn't know him, but you were more than willing to enter his body. A little intimate. Private, wouldn't you say? Do you often do this with your own teammates within the OSIC? Do they grant you that sort of clearance?
Only when absolutely necessary. In that situation, everyone was dying, and I was useless. So I thought of a way to become useful and help keep everyone from not dying, rather than staying on the sidelines and being useless.
Are you capable of attaching yourself to souls? Can you pull links from anybody's body or their souls?
No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't just snatch the life out of anyone.
No, of course you don't. Poltergeists aren't capable of that, but thank you for answering truthfully.
Nor would I want to. It's horrible.
You say that, but you still tore him up from the inside. I'm getting a lot of mixed signals. You say that it was for his survival, that it was for his betterment, but what if you did all of that, tore him up, brought him close, gave him so much pain that he just couldn't take it anymore. His body physically gave itself out in the pursuit of trying to survive an attack on vampires that you assumed he wasn't going to survive in. And then after that fact, when he did die, you realized your mistakes, so you came back to him. Maybe you tried to cover something up. Or maybe you wanted to prove something to us, or the OSIC. Maybe there's someone breathing down your neck about your numbers. Or your placement.
I wish I was that intelligent, but what I can tell you is I saw a man dying, a man grasping for his last bits of life, and I remembered just how precious life was, and how much I wish I had what he had.
VT-74.
I didn't want to take that from him.
VT-7473 went above and beyond the call of his duty. He knew what he was getting himself into, and in fact, almost every single day, one of the first things that he typically tells himself, much like many of the other individuals that work for the VCP, is, my life for Vestra. We believe in our core, our cause, our people, and we are willing, more than willing, to give our lives in order to uphold that cause and that belief, so that the people beneath us, within our sections, can live better lives. You prevented a sacrifice. You prevented him doing what he wanted. And maybe he would have lived in the first place if you didn't. Well, I've said it 3 times now.
Did my files ever tell you how I died? I don't know, but I can tell you what I died doing.
Please, enlighten me.
I died serving my organization. I was a sacrifice. Don't ask me how I came back. I don't even know, and I don't even know why. But I died serving my organization. I saw a man dying. Maybe I didn't want him to come back like me. maybe I saw myself, and maybe that's, if you're looking for a reason, that's the selfish reason why I wanted to save him. Because maybe if I could have saved him, I could have maybe saved myself. But I saw a man dying. I don't care if he's part of Vestra Tech or if he's part of the OSIC. Yeah. Look, I know no one here is a saint. We're not. We're trying our best to save people and do our duty. I mean, I'm sure you've read the reports of how I was working on that mission. I'm not exactly the most gentle person either. I'm there to save lives, and we had to tear some vampires up.
I mean, we'd quantify you as efficient, but sure.
But
we qualify you as an efficient worker. We read the files, we watched the footage from all three of our operatives' members' eyes. In fact, now that brings back the next question is, you saved Fracture's life, VT-7473. You did not save VT-5962. He was DOA on arrival when we got there. That large abomination that we've actually linked back to a Palace District entity slayed him, killed him, tore him up from the outside, aside from what you did on the inside. And you didn't try anything. You watched. You looked at his corpse and you moved on. Why was VT-7473 any different than VT-5962?
it wasn't. You're right. If I focused instead on the objective, more of my teammates, I could have saved them. I made an error. And he died. That is on me. That is something. Stay with me for a while. For a long time. Forever. I failed him. And I was maybe too weak. Too cold. Too focused on the objective. Should have thought outside the box. Done better. That was my error. I failed him. There. You want... You gonna evaporate me for that? You gonna banish me or exorcise me or...
If you're asking me personally, I think I'd like to do nothing more than put you back where you belong in some sort of afterlife. But that's not up to me. My company and your company have deemed you as a valuable asset. The questions I'm asking is to ascertain information of how coherent and cognitive you are. Am I being an asshole along the way? Sure. Maybe because I want to, maybe because I was asked to, but I have a job to do. So, I'm going to ask one last question, and then I'll let you ask a few of your own, if you would so like to. My last question is this. It is often stated that every individual, right before they die, a wealth of knowledge and memories flash through their mind all at once, at the same time. As VT-7473 was passing away, what did you see?
So things that were important to him. wasn't enough for it to be fully coherent stories. Images of flashes of childhood, high school, loved ones, values, in and out, in and out. It was like a slideshow, except there was such a leap in between, and it was all moving so fast that I saw a life, glimpses and feelings that he had, but I just remember him feeling sad and scared, but most importantly, he was ready. He's ready to die. Or at least he thought maybe he had this feeling of mixed peace. But more than anything, the main thing I was able to glean from the flashes that he got was not so much visuals, but the emotion of his life, what was most forefront.
Groundwatch, we have possible cognitive dissonance on VT-7473. Be advised to pull him from the ring as soon as possible. Bring him back to any VT-HQs. Okay. Ask your questions.
When are you gonna let me out? How long are you gonna keep me here?
I'm sorry, but that information is classified. Ask your next question.
What do you have planned for me? Obviously, if you guys weren't worried about me, you would thrown me somewhere to rot and just let me sit in silence. Yet you're talking to me, you're poking around. There's nothing here for me. You gave me a clock that doesn't even work and a plant that's dead. I feel like you're trying to drive me insane.
So, the first part of that question, classified. Second part of that question, classified. You wanna know what the third part of that is?
Classified.
Oh, you're learning. I like you. Last question. Go ahead.
If you want to give her a breadcrumb, you could say something.
What do
along
I
the
have
lines-
to do to get back to OSIC? Because clearly you guys are looking for something.
Oh, we've already got.
We've already got everything we need. We finished up.
We're just waiting.
We're waiting on the paperwork from the OSIC to get back to us, and we're waiting for our own, eggheads to finish up their side of things. We've got you fully detailed from top to bottom.
Things have been delayed due to, the
Things have
war
been
that's been
delayed
happening.
because of the war that's been going on, and I'm sure you'll understand how delays work.
Fair enough.
Thank you for your cooperation, Constance.
I can walk in as a boucher.
Vestrotech has been very thankful for everything that you've given us and talked with us here today. Your release is moments away. I can't specifically tell you when that might be. As to why I can't tell you, I've been told not to tell you. But you'll know.
All right, well, while you're here, if you guys could send in a living plant or a working clock, that would be great. I'd like to at least be able to tell the time.
Okay. Same time next week.
I guess you guys got like chalk or something? I could at least help make the walls prettier?
You know,
We'll give you.
I hear that praying helps pass the time.
So, doesn't sound half bad. And I'm very open to ideas. That was a solid idea. Not gonna lie, I could do stand-up comedy in here.
And thus, again, the silence returns.
You know what? I'm gonna spoil the TV shows I know for you guys. That's right. Whoever's monitoring me right now, get ready to be really bored or really disappointed.
I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna start playing. No, I don't know if any of this music is fucking copyrighted. Shit. Actually, I know what to do. Constance. What is your favorite song?
She has spoilers, run!
Would be Ghostbusters.
Constance would hear over the intercoms the beginnings of what she thinks is the Ghostbusters theme, but it quickly transforms to simple classical music. At
Yeah,
least the
that's
silence is
fucked
broken.
up. Not the Ghostbusters, because I actually love that song, and it's really catchy. But the classical music part. But you know what? I can get with it too. Y'all want a ballet show? Well, you got one.
We can end it here. We can end it here.
That is it. Cards down, yep.
That was. I'm sorry. That was really entertaining to watch.
That wasn't really good. Sorry.
Holy fuck.
Congratulations, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Grux.
You happened upon the one corporation. Yes, Forksy.
I'm so willing to do this. Continue.
You happened upon the one corporation that doesn't like the undead.
We really
Don't you know
don't
how
like
that
the
works out?
undead.
Yeah,
By
it's
the way,
like.
should I stop
huh.
my stream right now before we get talking here? So there's.
Focus. You stop your stream? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop my stream right here. I'll stop my
Sorry,
stream
I
right
just
here.
didn't
Yeah.
want you to say something and have it be like a massive spoiler. So I wanted to-
Whee!